And we're live. What up, though? Welcome to the 31 Forever podcast. 31 Flavors. Turn off your phones. I'm just playing. Turn off your phones. But 31 Flavors is a legendary hip hop crew out of Detroit. And why is it legendary, you say? Because we're all in it. You know what I'm saying? It's legendary because of that. We started in basements, attics, double cassette recorders, the Casio SK1 sampling keyboards until we upgraded to some shittier equipment.
Used MPs, right?
On this show, we're putting the band back together. I'm a big lover of the Blues Brothers, you know what I'm saying? We putting the band back together. I believe we're on a mission from God. You know what I'm saying? Mission from God. My name, Shannon Cason AKA E''S. Yes, God bless. I'm here with my man.
What up, though? This your man's Chris Lee, the Freaking Nature, also known as Old Man Frogan, or the Freak Deacon. Wow. And today we sitting with my man. I'm gonna refer to him and I don't mean throw him under the bus. It's a margin of freedom, but we know him affectionately as Shep, Quinn B. Lynch, great producer, engineer. Go ahead, man. Tell the world, man. I'm gonna let you, yeah.
And listen, this is beat too. This is beat player right now. Can you hear it?
I should have known because we was over here. I was in the zone.
I can't believe you pulled that shit out, bro. I was listening to it like, yo, that shit sound fire. And then I was like, oh, that's me.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You see what you're dealing with here. What's
I'm
up?
I'm talking to you after the show, man. Don't let nobody text you trying to get that. No, I'm just
man. Hey, man, that was open.
That was hot too.
Appreciate you, brothers.
But yeah, man, introduce yourself to the peoples, bro. For
All right, Q Lynch. I go by a margin of freedom. Just needed to recreate myself, man, so that I could have more freedom in my life, man. Honestly, just to express myself artistically. Kind of came to a reawakening, some years ago after putting down music for a while, that I really wanted to jump back into it full scale and not only do music, but also house my other creative efforts under one kind of umbrella.
Right. We're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get into that. I'm talking about, you dibble and dabble and all that. So we definitely gonna get into that, interview you, let the people know what you've done and what you are doing in the future. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, E. Tell them a little bit about the format of the show and how we normally do things.
No, man, I'm just excited. We got a margin of freedom in the house.
Legend.
This is cool. This is cool. We run the show like this. It's gonna be how do we run the show? It's gonna be current shit that's happening. So we're gonna talk about some current shit that's going on, a little bit, and then we're gonna do more in-depth interview with my boy Shep. Then we go see you gotta switch between it. A margin of freedom, Shep, Q. Remember, that's all that.
Now we're gonna keep the people on point, but they gotta know again. We're doing our family. This is family right here.
And then
we know him as, even if it's gonna slip out.
I'm gonna do a little. I assume we're gonna do some history on the crew. So then I'll be able to talk about.
No doubt. We want to get into your whole background, and then moving forward to right now, what you got going on right now, because you got a lot of cool shit happening. Yeah. And then we want to talk about some top 5. We got fashion on the top 5 too. So that should be a good top 5 too. So, but let's jump into it, Chris. Man, if you got. I hope my shit working today too. I think it is.
We might want it to mess up on this one, but I mean. It's a slow news week, but everybody's talking about it. And what's hot this week is Lil Nas X video. Lil Nas X, if people don't know, he's got a video with a lot of imagery, a lot of satanic, basically demonic imagery. He's got a song, and it's probably a parody. You have to see it. Yeah, he gave the devil he slid on the angels were trying to pull him up, and then he slid back down on the pole to hell, where he gave the devil a lap dance. I mean, yeah. Oh, and then the shoe, that's a whole nother level, because Nike, it's supposed to be a Nike shoe. It's got X amount of blood in it and something else in it. So it's straight no ifs, ands, or buts. But it's funny because I believe I just read Nike is going to sue him for that. That's unofficial, so they're not endorsing that or anything. Maybe somebody, you know how you freak shoes out nowadays. You can pretty much get a shoe with anything.
Let's get into the what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts, Chris? Man, what's your thoughts on this whole?
Man,
did you watch the video number one?
Honestly, I did. I'll be truthful. I watched some of the beginning, and then at the beginning it was like on some Adam and Eve type stuff, and they had the snake people, so it was like an alien snake person, and we all know these theories and things that go around coming down, but it was all too real provocative, and to me it seemed like a gimmick. It seemed like a gimmick, and I don't know if the label put him up to it, if it was his idea, whatever the case. I mean, we talking about it, people talking about it, so it's gaining energy and steam, but I just think to each his own. You know, I'm glad he getting his money and that's what he do, but that is the true definition of selling your soul right there. Like, I think we really have to, you know.
It just remind me of Esham, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. New school.
You know what I mean? Because he totally had that whole like, I thought of it as a gimmick. I don't know how sold out to Satan he was or whatever, but it was so shocking, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That it made you like be like, who the fuck is this and what the fuck is going on with it? You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And in this age, Lil Nas X is definitely a good troll. He's like super good at that shit.
Right.
And I'm not sure. I mean, I can't really speak in great detail because I first of all I don't really follow his music. Number two, I haven't seen the video.
You watched?
No, I haven't seen the video. But I'm just saying from the way he operates, just what I know about him, there's a lot of pressure coming off of Old Town Road to do something groundbreaking and shake the world, right?
That makes sense.
So, like he just pulled out all the stops.
Shout out. What up, though, Snick?
What up, though? Astro Snick.
I'm sorry. Cut you off.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah.
But then too, so is it his fault? Because you know, what up, though, BJ Ski?
What up, bitch?
Is it his fault, or is it this, like y'all said, the label's putting the pressure on the man? He probably turning in different music. I don't know, like you said, I don't follow him. I have no idea what he's about. But are they wrong for even pushing that agenda? I mean, you know, these are questions. I'm not saying, you know, whatever, but it's kind of crazy, man.
That's a good question because Shep, you work in entertainment in a lot of ways, and is that a thing where the entertainment, the higher ups get these directions, or is it just because you saying he's a troll? That is true. He is.
It's him, right? Yeah.
We all talking about it, so obviously it succeeded in what it wanted to do.
Right.
Is that something that the entertainment industry looks for, like holes in it to kind of shock us? I'm sure they do.
Gimmicks,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just look around. I mean, or look at the history of music, you know, and what trends have taken off and how the industry, not the artist, but the industry steers things in certain directions. You know, like for example, gangster rap would be one where they really, you know, found they hated it, and then they saw how much money was to be made, and they pushed it, and they created acts, and it was the CB4 era. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they pushed X-Clan in my part. I mean, all them aside too. That's another thing because
conscious rap,
positive music was gaining momentum at that time, and they was like, "Nah, we going gangster," you know?
Yeah, exactly.
My thoughts on it is interesting, right? So I think like you said he's a troll, right? So he'll mess around with people, like he gonna mess with our heads and stuff. So in that sense, I don't like the industry. I never listened to Esham because of a lot of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I never really. I'm gonna be honest. I never listened to 3-6 Mafia because of some of the stuff. I was just like, I wasn't really feeling going in that direction.
Yeah.
However, I think Lil Nas X is showing us ourselves in a sense, and I don't know if this is his intention, but. Like my kids, probably on the iPad right now, right? And they were listening to Old Town Road or whatever. What was it called? Old Town Road or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was his big breakout song.
Yeah.
He was talking about shit on that song. He even said it. He said, I was talking about adultery and weed and all that kind of stuff on that song. And it's supposed to be a song. And then he on Sesame Street, and then he he got the kids. He put out a children's book and everything, and now he makes the song, with satanic imagery and all that kind of stuff. But I think he's like saying, y'all just let y'all kids watch anything, right?
Wow.
So I'm gonna show you exactly what it's kind of like in that sense where it's just like blatant right in your face, and your kids are watching it upstairs.
Parents or children, right? Like it's like saying parents or children.
Yeah, exactly. And don't let me parent them because I'm gonna have this kind of shit on it,
I saw too where somebody made a comment, and I don't know if this was a factor or not, but basically too, they were saying it was a metaphor. He was saying it was a metaphor for, they say gay people gonna go to hell. If you're gay, you're gonna go to hell. I'm not saying that, whatever, but that's what's said. And so I guess they were saying that that's kind of a metaphor for what he was saying. I don't know though, And right, D Stanley on there. People did like Esham. I rocked with Esham. I know my mom, man. I'm like y'all. I don't mess with that satanic stuff. I feel like it's real. But when Esham was out and we was kids, and it was like, oh, it's just a gimmick, but the songs was hard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real.
I mean, it's a mixture. I think it's a mixture of all that. I think Lil Nas X is one of those cats who definitely has studied the game and he knows how to play the game. And I don't know how deep his commitment is to Satan and Satan worship or whatever. But I think he's using it to his advantage in this moment, and he'll be doing something else in the next whatever few months. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Pause. You're not just gonna gloss over.
Shep, Freak said that he's not into all that, right? So Freak called me one day. We young and stuff. He called me. He said,
here we go.
I'm thinking of changing up my name. I'm going to go with this name. It's a cool name. Listen, it's called Incubus. My new name is Incubus. And I was like, what's Incubus? And he was like, oh, it's like this demon that comes at night. And I don't know what Incubus does, but it was like some demonic type shit. And I don't know how I feel about that.
That's not entire. Ease is going to embellish. What happened was,
I don't know how I feel about that. And then
what happened was.
Listen, what was the name of your last group too? What was the name of your last group?
Oh, the Army of Darkness.
Look at that. See,
Army of Darkness. Hey, you let the world tell you that's bad, brother. It's supposed to mean an army of black Negro, like a Million Man March is an Army of Darkness. But Incubus, I didn't know that. I did know it was supposed to be like a creature that came in women's dreams. I was like, oh, that's dope. Then I did more research, found out it was actually a demon, and I was like, oh no, that's got to go. Like that's actually why I cut that out, because like Brian had drew a dope logo and everything. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, like you say though. At the same time, had I stuck with that and ran with that gimmick,
who knows?
Truthfully, there's the point we're making. Here's the point we're making.
The rock group called Incubus. You called it that before that rock group was out.
Yeah. So that's it is what it is, man. But also too, and we're gonna get into that too, like we say, talk about black businesses, and that's why we encourage people to also do and push your own thing, because once you get other entities involved, you lose more control. And now there is a push and pull to say, who knows, Lil Nas X might have some whole other kind of music his heart wants to do, and he's not able to do that or whatever case may be, because of that big label control. Yeah, look at that.
What about the Nike? He got sued by Nike, or he didn't get sued.
I think I think Nike is upset about that. Like, that's not legitimate. And like I say, it's way so over the top. It's got to be a gimmick, bro. Blood in the shoe.
You hear about that? Nike in that?
Oh yeah.
Who blood in the shoe, bro? Whose blood is in the shoe? I don't get it.
They could have went to a blood bank. Who knows? They figured it out.
Yeah, they could have got people to donate.
They sure could have.
Yeah, you're right. He said go to the blood bank. You're right. Hey, but marketing genius though. Nonetheless, if nothing else, that is marketing genius at his best, bro. I will say that much.
Well, go ahead, Shep, go.
No, I was just thinking, like, how Nike got all the bad press for the big controversy with one of their high executives had a son that was involved.
Yeah, D said exclusive blood
in the reselling game, and she was funneling the money and stuff. So Nike got like really bad press around that, right? And now this shit came. at the end of the day, and I think this is kind of the state of affairs of 2021 or the internet, social media age, is that like that kind of press is like still good press. It's any type of press is like your name is being talked about. Nike gotten boring, and this type of stuff like makes it interesting again, So you just got to look at it. It's all in the game, man.
It's all the game. They could say that they want to sue and then retract that and really don't care because it was free pub. But we're just gonna say our stand is we're not with that. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what that is. Yeah, man.
Yeah, or suing behind the curtain. They saying, "Oh, this is good. This works out either way." You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's so true. It's so real. It's a win-win for anybody on that side of it. Because no matter what, it's being looked into, it's being talked about, it's getting views. So.
Right. The rebellious stuff, man. Rebel and subcultures always drives, kids to go buy shit. So,
yeah, you're right. If it's against what everybody wants, then that's the shit we want. You know what I'm saying? As a youth, as a young person, you're like, fuck what mama and daddy say. I want what everybody interested in or what they don't want,
And controversy sells too. So we all know that Dre proved, that whole era proved that the further you can push the limit of the controversy, the more it's gonna fail. Period.
Let's talk about products and stuff. I know one of the things when we reached out talking about black owned everything. I'm drinking actually right now. I'm drinking wine. I went to the wine shop, the local wine shop. What's it called? House of Vino or something. House of Vin on Woodward. If you in Detroit, Woodward, go by there and check them out. But I'm checking out this In Sheep's Clothing, and this this company, this guy. Cause people into everything now. I'm gonna put this thing up real quick.
That might be something.
It might spark some stuff. Let me see how to do this. This guy shit. If it worked. See if it worked this time. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we talk about on stuff.
Yeah, we still working through certain technical difficulties. When
I don't know. Shit
this the wine company that you putting up right here?
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Okay. Yeah, dope. Black owned company, you said too.
Yeah.
The wine industry is rich in traditions. People do things a certain way. When you name your company the Black Sheep, it gives you creative license to do things and look at things differently.
But he like a top sommelier, and he owns his wine company. I guess it's out of Oregon, maybe. But I love seeing it. Black winemakers, black. You was talking about black breweries. Yeah, I met a few of them over the time. I like that brothers and sisters is getting into so many different new things that we weren't normally going into.
The McBride sisters wines before. Black women, they got a wine called Black Girl Magic.
I've seen that. Yeah, my wife.
Like a red blend. It's pretty damn good. So yeah, we definitely branching out. Uncle Nearest, is
Uncle Nearest. Y'all know I'm more of a whiskey, Scotch guy, but that Uncle Nearest was incredible, man. I got a bottle. It's strong now. It kicked like a mule.
It's real whiskey.
Yeah.
But I hear they breaking some records and everything, and they black owned.
Yeah, and I think it's some black women now. Maybe I think kind of heading the Uncle Nearest thing. So that's dope. I love that.
It's always been run by a black female lead. She was a founder.
Was it? Okay, no, that's super dope then. Yeah.
What was say that one more time?
There's the company Uncle Nearest. So the story behind it is, the gentleman who taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey was a black man, and he never got his fair shake. You know,
Right.
even though him and Jack Daniels were purported to be good friends, he taught him all that. He never really got the credit, and he definitely didn't get the financial benefit from basically being a founding person of Jack Daniels.
Right.
So the story I understand is that she kind of pushed the issue. She went and bought the original place where Jack Daniels was first distilled. And you know, that's a historical site. I guess for whatever reason, Jack Daniels, being that they're, you know, a big company and they probably weren't thinking about this kind of stuff, they hadn't, I guess, secured that land. So she got it, and then she started telling the story about this black man who taught Jack Daniels how to distill. And I think that put them in a position of being like, okay, we're gonna either fight this or we're gonna become partners in it.
Yeah, now you got a partner up.
I think for them, you know, financially and you know, definitely from a public relations perspective, they had to do it. You know, so she kind of forced the issue. That's my understanding of the story. I may not be correct. That's just my understanding of what happened.
Even anything close to that, that's incredible. And hey, look, we got to take the show on the road, Ease, because I would love, and you know, Q, we write, you know, I would love to go do that. Go do like a tour of that, you know, facility or whatever. Hear the story, taste the different batches, man. Yeah, we definitely got to do a crawl one day.
Speaking of Kentucky, you remember the rap band Nappy Roots?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, hell no, y'all didn't up and did
y'all done up and done it.
Yeah, that joint.
That's probably the only song I listen to. Theirs. I should.
They got some heat. They got some heat. We really didn't know you probably was listening to them because they got a couple other joints.
Yeah, they got some joints. They really do. I fuck with them. But
strong.
One of the dudes in the group from Kentucky named Skinny, and another dude is from Middle Georgia named Scales. I know them, and they actually started their own brewery here in Atlanta, in the historic Castleberry Hills neighborhood, and it's super nice. It's called Atlantucky. And they brew their own beers. They actually have, this is super cool right here. They actually have a collective of black brewers around the nation, I guess. And they call Leaders of the Brew School.
That's hot. Here we go, yo. Right. Here we go, yo. That's hot, man. See,
that's fire, right?
They need to be out there. We need to be a part of that. And we are so innovative. You know,
very much so.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. I'm done. I was just saying that we definitely, you know, people should know about this stuff and support it. You know what I mean? Because let's circulate the dollar within our own community more times. You know what I mean? That's something that we don't do every other.
What's the name? The only way we gonna gain what they say under his face, a margin of freedom, is exactly what you said, man. By supporting
empowerment, man. That's what I believe in.
That's it.
What you blowing, Shep? That's what D asked. What you blowing on?
Oh man, a crazy hybrid, man. It's good though. Yeah, my plug here is lit. Crazy.
And that too. That's
Keefing.
Black owned dispensaries and also the growers or whatever, you know, is that happening? I don't know. You know, you guys would know better.
It's a lot of people coming together, and actually, it's a lot of different companies I'm seeing like on my timeline coming together and trying to make sure that Black people are included. You know, I'm about to get that information and shout them out next show, but making sure we're included in the dispensaries, etc. So for y'all people in Michigan, man, y'all don't miss out on the gold mine. Y'all might want to get up on that.
I mean, it's damn near. I'm not saying it's too late. I'm saying that shit. It's a gold rush in Detroit, you know, in Michigan around that because you guys have recreational now, and one of my good friends is actually very involved in the industry, and is
you met her,
You met Margot.
You remember when we went out to we went downtown? I met up with you, and you was with her.
That's right. Yeah. So Margot, man, she's deep in this shit, man. She knows a lot, and she definitely educated me on how, you know, the inequities of, just American life are already like all the way running like rampant in the commercial cannabis industry. It's in the laws. It's in the way that they make it where you can't get a license unless you have certain amounts of money and certain kind of credentials and experience and history. Whereas like people who have been white collar workers for their whole careers but never grew a plant or sold a plant can get a license easier than somebody who was selling illegally, for 20 years but did great business.
Makes no sense.
It's just it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But that's what they do though. You're absolutely right. That's how it's like redlining or anything else. That's how they do.
Exactly.
You gotta have the money to get in again. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Which I'm gonna say it's a lot of black dispensaries. We gotta figure out the name of those and go out to those. You know what I'm saying? So definitely
support them and make sure that it remains or it be more. Whatever business it is, man, we want in. And we want in together.
Ask D-Nell, man, say some names, bro. Which ones you like?
Where they at? It's a lot of them. He right. Put them up. Put them on the screen. Put them on the glass. But that's man. We definitely need to get some, create that network. It's there though. We say create it, but I see it all over social media. People are doing it. They're becoming more aware of it. They're buying black. I see a lot more black businesses, whether it be from skincare to, like you said, breweries. He said Eastland.
Eastland. I'm gonna try that out. I'm in Eastland now. I live out east, so I'm a look for them.
Okay.
So let's get into you, Shep, man. Let's go. Let's dive back first. And then go forward. Let's go back.
I'm taking them back. So, come follow me.
What I know, because we knew each other. Me and Shep, we met probably through Beach, like everybody met through Beach in some kind of way, in a sense. And then I remember Shep. This is what Shep come from, right? Shep came by my house, and I'm embellishing. I embellish every story, right? so Shep came by my house, right? He was going. I lived in Southwest Detroit. Shep lived in, I think, Southfield, but Shep came by my house, and because we connected. And his mom and dad, or his mom, I think, came to the house first. Met my mother. Made sure these the kind of we good folks and everything else. And then Shep came over and we just talked hip hop. I don't even know if we made no music or whatever. We might have wrote a rhyme or something like that. But I thought that was dope to me. Because most people just like throw the kids, go wherever the fuck you want. Yeah. I was like, I like that style. My mom could talk forever. So I think your mom probably was trying to get away at one point, but at the same time, I love that family aspect. And I hear that family aspect still pops in your life. But take us back to where you from originally, and then what brought you to hip hop in 31 and tell us about them time periods.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep it brief as far as where I'm from. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I lived there for a year and moved to New Jersey, where I was, there for a very short period of time. Ended up in Peoria, Illinois. So back to the Midwest.
Wow.
Louisville, Kentucky for like a year or something like that. I was in Peoria for like 6. Then I moved to California and I was out there for like 6. And then right when I was like 100% sold out to California lifestyle. I rode BMX bikes. I was a skateboarder. You know what I mean? I listened to Ice-T, and right. About that kind of shit. But like my dad got a job that he was trying to move up in the world, and where he was at in the firm he was with in California wasn't letting him move up. He got this job that was like a big move up, right? And they was like, this kid growing up in California. We're from Gary, Indiana. Our family is from the Midwest. We be with black people. You know what I mean? And they were worried about me having more black people in my life because where I was in California, Stockton, California, was very diverse, but light on the black people, definitely.
Yeah, I got you.
So like they was like Detroit, right? This would be perfect. So we moved there. We moved there in 1990.
Right. Get a black. Where the blackest place we can go? Detroit, right? Yeah, that's
the blackest. What's the blackest shit we could do?
Right. You know, we're gonna shake this up out of them. What's the blackest city?
That's exactly what happened, man.
Yo, but
so
that's dope because
you around music and shit. My dad was a jazz guy with a crazy jazz collection, and he always put me on it. That's and when hip hop started coming around, I just gravitated to it immediately, man. Like I remember I had this friend who lived down the street, Anthony Hoguinas. He was the first person to turn me on to like real hardcore hip hop. He turned me on Ice-T. He put me on Ice-T. He put me on
in the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
My door.
Yeah, and all the pimp raps he used to have, you know, all the the raps he used to have about pimping bitches and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day,
right?
That shit was like a fucking. You would never hear that. There was no way to get that shit. So when you had somebody who could put you on it, it was like, your eyes, your whole world just opened up. And from that point on, I was a hip hop fan. That's when I really got into hip hop. And so it was perfect when I moved to Detroit. I was really growing my hip hop love at that point.
So how you connect? How did you connect with 31? How did you connect with all us? Because it was it school or what?
Yeah, it was definitely school. So I went to school I lived in Southfield Lathrop at first, and at that time, you know what I mean. The shit that was starting to go was like Pete Rock. Pete Rock, man. Yeah, like he was the shit back then. I had a crazy basement, and I used to be trying to be Pete Rock in my basement in Lathrop Village. But then we moved to Southfield, right? I moved to a certain place off of Losser in 9 Mile. And we moved out there, and I met let's see, who did I meet first? I felt like it was Spot or it was.
I remember, man. You don't. I remember for a fact. You probably knew everybody. We all knew each other. It was school, right? Mm-hmm. But I rode the bus to Sutton Place because one of my partners used to go to Sutton Place, and this me and Beej had, connected. We had did a show or two, and so I caught y'all bus because I remember she almost ain't want to let me in. I felt like you vouched for me or something, but whatever the case, I caught y'all bus over to Sutton Place. You was like, "Yo, man, don't you be rapping with Ben and them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we about to." You like such on. You like, "Yo, I rhyme." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let me hear something." Wow. And you spit, bro, and your verse was, oh man, I can't even remember what it. I feel like I should remember the first line. Like the first line was super hot, and you had this style back then that before I'm gonna say it, before Souls of Mischief came out, that's the style he was spitting, bro. Like real talk. And then next thing you know, a couple months, maybe a year later, we hearing Souls, and I was like, wow, that's crazy.
I can see that too. I definitely had a California influence.
California, right? Yeah, no doubt. That's crazy. But so you were like, yo, you spit, and then you was like, yeah, man, y'all about to do the talent show, da 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 da. And I remember that. And from there, I don't know, you hooked up with Juan and Shep and Pitt and B. Go ahead. Right. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, it was. I think it was definitely Steve and Beej, man, were the two who kind of pulled me in, dog. Who kind of like let me come in the crew. Oh, the penalty shot.
You asked about the penalty shot. Ask about Unyo and Bunyo.
That's funny. I don't know what that is.
Bro, I don't know how I used to have so much fun and not be high. Because I didn't smoke.
He did not smoke or nothing, but
I did not smoke in high school, but I used to have so much fucking fun.
Yo, can we get the Shep?
Hey, look, Shep.
Can we get the Shep?
Man, I ain't smoke either in high school. You know what I'm saying? I was with you on that.
LA Bloomers. Hey, Ease, you might not know this one, but I got to put this out now. What we going? We doing our reminiscing. Shep had a dance. He can't. I'm not going to even want him to do it right now, but he had a dance called the Shep Step. The Shy. He is the only one with his own dance. And cats with if the beat was hot, he would hit that Shep Step, bro. It was over, and it had a shot to it. However, it rocked it.
Yeah. Where the fuck did that shit come from? I don't know. It was just in the. It was the ether, man. It was the shit we was on. We was on some very high level shit, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Like the vibes in Detroit, as far as like what people was doing musically, was all on some flavor, like, but the elevation of the flavor was like, it was going places, like, for real. Like,
the underground hip hop
proof is in the pudding.
Was incredible, and the shine was just a little bit off. And I mean, people who got the shine, I'm not knocking them. They was hot, they did their thing. But my point was, everybody, like when we used to go to the shop or different places, the crews who was doing their thing was hot, man. Like the competition level was here. We really should have had like a Motown mecca.
But that's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody on that kind of vibe, like when I'm interviewing or when I do anything, I'll be like, I came out of Detroit hip hop, so it was just like the originality. You could not be like anyone else, like the Shep step. You came up with your own step. You had to like do your own thing. You could be influenced, but niggas will call you out if you sound like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you had to be original, like. Yeah, you would get ridiculed if you was biting. You know,
that was whack back in the days, right? Like if you sound like somebody else, you was horrible. As long as you was original, you was dope. That's kind of the how it went. Whereas I'm not gonna say now because you do have some cats who are original, but again, it's a mold that they see as successful.
I'm just talking about like what we came out of, so that kind of stick with all of us. Like you freak, the shit you work on is your own uniqueness from you. You know, Shep, the shit you work on is your own uniqueness from you, and the stuff I work on is my shit. So it's just like you have to do your own shit. Even though we was a crew, you still had to do your own vibe, your own essence, you know.
Speaking of which, man, if you don't mind, Ease, I want to ask Shep a question. We all know it's a lot we want to get into, but so you were also a hot producer. So as what we're speaking of now, Quentin, QB, Lil Shep, that was like MC Shep. But then you got the ASR, I think was your first piece, right? I think it was the ASR.
Nah, the very first piece, I felt like I got it with one of the homies. Like we had that blue sampler, bro. It was a blue sampler.
Rock and play. The rock and play. That it was a 1 second off, so you had to hit it.
Yeah, you remember that shit? Yeah. That shit was weird. That was the very first thing I fucked with. Yeah, that was the very first thing. Yeah, and then Court. I don't know if y'all remember. Court Jacobs or
of course.
He had got an 8-second Gemini mixer sampler. 8 seconds.
Me and him had the same one.
We be down there making the best loops, and I felt like if you learn how to loop on some shit like that, you really know how to loop. Because you have to listen for the right place to trigger by manual, and that's all you could do. You had to make whole songs where all you did was trigger manual to a 4-track tape. Yeah. Computer.
You had to loop the drums. Look, you had to loop the drums, and then whether you were chopping or however you was doing the sample, you had to do that through the whole song. So through the whole song. You had to loop. You had to loop that too. So
that shit was crazy as hell.
Yeah. It was dope though, y'all. And I'm talking about, we're saying this so people probably thinking it was some cheesy little beats. They was making bangers with the rock and play, dog. Like, what you do that beat at the studio? You was on the MPC 60? Like, no, the rock and play. But then fast forward, you got on there.
No, Beach did. Beach did. Yeah, Beach used to have
set the path for a lot of it. He put us up on that. Yeah.
No, he did. Factuals. Super facts. He one of the first people that I looked at and produced, and I was like, damn, he really fucking some shit up. You know what I mean? Like when you look at like, you be like, damn, I want to be like that one day.
Yeah, everybody respected Beej's art. You know what I'm saying? Everybody respected his work ethic. That nigga still to this fucking day is sit there in the lab for hours just working on shit, and which we all did. But I think we was all a little inspired by Beej's commitment to it. Now a lot of shit happened since the rock and play and since in Detroit, and sound like you made a journey through America in a sense with your family and everything else. But a lot has happened. Like, take us through your career a little bit. I'm curious, like, how did we get from Q to Shep to
Patchworks, all that
Margin of Freedom? Now, what was that? What was that process? Because you're a lawyer, you did well in schooling and all those kind of things. So take us in that journey a little bit. beyond Detroit, 31 hip hop, you know?
Yeah, I got to talk about it. So when I went to college in '95, I went to Morehouse, and Atlanta was like a whole fucking different world then. If you guys recall, that was like the year, or '94 was the year that Outkast dropped, right? So
Right.
you that shit was like so groundbreaking on some flavor shit though, like because we was in the flavor rap, like we knew that was like New York, but Outkast was doing flavor rap, but it was in their own style out of Atlanta. So when I went to the South, right? So I discovered that world, and I discovered the vibes there, and like, although I always have my most affinity, I feel most creative in the Midwest, in Detroit, in Michigan, and even though I haven't been there in years, that's where I feel most creative, in all honesty. Also on the West Coast, but Atlanta taught me a lot. It expanded my horizons. It really, like, instead of just making hip hop beats, I started making beats that I want to hear Erykah Badu sing on, or beats that, you know what I mean, like Les Nubians type shit. You know what I mean? Because all I used to make was hip hop beats. You know what I mean? That's really all I used to make. But it expanded my whole like what was possible as a producer. And I ended up working at a studio, and I met some ladies who could sing and stuff, and made some dope records with them. And it was just like, shit, man, I could do anything. That's how I really felt about it, as far as like my skill level. But it was like a refinement though. It wasn't there. It was like I learned how to make hip hop beats, and then I learned how to start making all different other kinds of beats and like really weird type beats when I was in Atlanta. And then I went on this whole phase when I was in law school of making like electronic types of like very weird Flying Lotus types. That type of shit. And I'm like, I've come like full circle to the point where I'm very confident in my ability to kind of do whatever I want in the studio. Even though I'm not classically able to play anything, proficiently. I'm just a programmer like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very confident in that shit now. I can program some shit.
You got a nice ass studio. When I came by there, man. When I came by your one of your spots, it was beautifully laid out, man. Some shit. You had a nice setup, dude. No doubt. Zoe saying what's up to you too.
What up, though, Zoe?
What up, Zoe?
Yeah.
Hey, Shep. So I wanted to say too. So and tell me, hopefully I'm not jumping ahead, fellas. My bad. Margin. I don't know. Do I call you AMOF? Hey, so the Bruce Kush. When I'm speaking on what you said now, so I went back and listened to it. And I hope I'm not jumping, but the Bruce Kush. So I wanted to know your involvement because first of all, I'm giving him shouts. He's an incredible MC. It's a great listen. The beats was like so innovatively dope, like some new South hip hop stuff, but the sound quality was crisp. I bumped it in the van and I was like, that sound quality, the vocals, the beat, I really did that with it. And correct me if I'm wrong, you mixed that, right?
No, I didn't mix it. I executive produced project. Okay. So I just gotta give Bruce all of his propers, man. Being that I'm a lover of uniqueness and flavor and shit. Yeah. Like he's one of the first rappers that I've heard out of the South that really becoming like flavor from Atlanta. Like he on flavor. But it's flavor.
That's it right there, right? Yeah, that's it. When I heard that sound,
like he's first.
Like, that beat, bro. You hit the volume.
This that Bruce Kush.
Gotta get
I'm trying to get you niggas out that box. Meditating, open up chakras. All y'all niggas imposters. I'm chilling with my chick eating no lobster. Smoking weed, we like Rasta. That shit cliche. I probably never say that shit again. I started rapping, man, so I can change the game. Y'all niggas lames. Rapping and capping, talking about trapping. I'm exposing y'all hoes. That shit old fashioned, my nigga. Your girl pulled up and suck me up just cause my fashions was killer. When I laid the dick down, I beat my chest like gorilla. All this Mason Margiela made her think I'm a dealer. Extra armor on my firearm, call him Armadillo. Don't mind me, nigga, I'm just vibing with it. But right after that, all she thinking about is where Kush at. We smoking good pack in the back of the back where the bosses is at. Nigga, yeah. All this Mason Margiela made her think I'm a dealer. Yeah. Don't mind me, nigga, I'm just vibing with it.
Hey, the vibes on that shit is nice, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, I can't even hold my boy. He really put together a really solid set of songs, and they all are in the zone of what you will hear if you're riding in a Beamer. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like you're riding in a Beamer.
That Beamer music. Hey, that visual dope, man.
That's why I got that.
I ain't see that visual, that animation. Y'all know I'm a big nerd. That visual was super dope. My bad. That visual.
Yeah, it's dope as fuck, man.
Yes.
All the visuals that they be working with is sweet as fuck. Even the like the artists and all that kind of stuff.
The clothing line. Yeah, go ahead, man. My fault. Let me fall back and let them
know.
No,
you good. You
also
good.
Incredible, yeah.
So tell us how that connected, and then who Bruce Kush is. You know what he working on. I just wanted to play some of his shit up.
Yeah, no doubt. So the crazy thing about Bruce, and I'll tell this story on here because y'all the homies. Like I met Bruce like 10 years ago, and I wasn't like even on some music shit. I was on my fashion shit. I went in there into Club Monaco. He was working there at the time, and he had style about him. And we started talking about a few things in the store, like certain shit that we liked. And I was like, yeah. And we just vibe. And exchanged Instagram. It came out, so we exchanged Instagram handles or whatever. And I didn't talk to him ever again. Honestly, he would come up on my page, on my feed sometime. I would see him. I'd be like, how do I know this nigga? He kind of cool. You know what I mean? And that was it. And then he had followed me for all them years or whatever. And then one day I submitted a beat. I did like a remix to She Just Wanna Fuck, like that beat. I just did like a R&B style remix to it, and I just wanted Currency to hear it. So I entered it into, because I'm a huge fucking Currency fan, but I entered it into the Jet Lounge music like audition or whatever. DJ Kelly Green had that shit, and I put 2 beats in there. The first beat was that one, and the second beat was a beat I came up with when I did this like project around all these chicks that I had in my life. I called it Retro Rotation, right? So every song represented a woman. Right? Yeah, every song represented a woman.
You was living it up.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like a good time.
I made that project, right? So the crazy thing is that's one of those songs on there is got like this hella drive and sound to it. It just sounds like it comes on like it sounds like you did coke and drove a Ferrari, with, you know, Ferrari and
over freeway
pedal to the metal. That's how that shit sounds. You know what I mean? It got this crazy
Autobahn. That's that Autobahn music.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. So he heard that beat and he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, this beat dope. I want to use this shit." And I was like, "All right, cool. How do I fucking know you, dog?" We couldn't figure it out, but we just start working musically. And you know, it was like magic, bro. Like next thing you know, we got his album completed because he was looking for somebody to help him pull the album together. And one thing I pride myself on, and I think I have a God-given talent for, is arranging and sequencing music. So when I heard the records, I was like, "Oh, this song need to go here. This song go here. This song go here." And we worked together, you know, with the help of his cousin, who also has a crazy ear, the homie Optical Alchemy. But we put the track list together, and it was almost like he had most of the songs. He just helped seeing it come together, and he had his own vision and the vision. He just needed a little help, just helping him get to that next space to take it over the finish line, and I helped him do that. We completed the last couple songs, and he had an album, man, and the shit is really good. I'm proud of that album. But we got like 2 more albums now. And the new album we working on, the new album is gonna drop soon. It's called Flamingo Bay Grotto Narco Gorillas. And it's a crazy
I love
It's
it.
a crazy 80s Miami Vice inspired concept album.
I felt like I was
goes,
on Miami Beach when you said it. Like my shirt open, you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross in it.
He takes his bar level on that album, bro. His bar level, it goes up.
Oh, and he's on here. His cadence.
That's the thing I be telling. Like, that's the first album. Listen to the remnants of what's dope. And is this independent? This all independent, right? Yeah. So independent first shit, you know the development that's gonna happen. And then Bruce Kush, when I was watching him, I go deeper into artists when you put me onto him, so I'm gonna go deeper. I see him with the horn. He played what he play? Play the trumpet.
Yeah.
He played a horn or something like that. So I saw that shit. I'm like, yeah, the development of this artist, man, he going places. And the one thing with you too, Shep, man, you have always been known as different people in the crew and people around the crew got an ear, can hear shit, can see certain shit, and know certain shit. So I always come to you. You know this. I'd be like, hey, Shep, what new R&B is hitting right now? What's good on the design shit? Even the design stuff you was doing. You still got your clothing line? Is it still going, or what's going on with your clothing? Fashion?
Messer, was it Messer? Is that the one
right here? This is us. But we got some new shit that's on the way. That's way colder than anything we've ever done so far, man. I'm really proud of the new collection. The goal is to get as many retailers as possible. COVID kind of slowed us down last year because hard to take meetings, to do sales calls. But this collection, it's a very like Land Rover Defender collection of clothes. A lot of over shirts. The brand is called Messrs. MESSRSRR. Messrs RR, and that's the same Twitter. Same IG handle. Although we're not very active, but when we drop again, we're gonna have very nice stuff, and I'm excited about it. But I have.
Okay. Now, what about? I noticed a couple things too. I of course follow you. Good. The Margin of Freedom, as you just spoke on that, but then, like you said, the Messer, the clothing line. Is there a spot to a location where people can? I need to actually look at my notes on that one. But don't you deal with a space where people can kind of practice space? I guess I want to call it. I don't want to call it.
8mm creative space. That's the newest venture I'm involved in. The idea is to create a influential curatorial house of creative activity, man. You know what I mean? Where people mention our space and they're like, yeah, that was done there. Oh yeah, and that was done there, and that was done there, and that done, and then move culture, in Atlanta. Yeah. So that's the idea behind it. It's a photo studio, a project music studio, and a live space. And that's really what we're using it for now. So yeah, man. All of that
out
right there, huh?
Can it be rented out, or is that something exclusive for
Yeah, actually, the photo studio can be rented. Obviously, we reserve the right to select who we want to come in. But
come in there and do little Satan-inspired photos.
Yeah, we can't do no Little Nas X promo.
I ain't doing them at all.
Yo, where I put the strip pole?
He probably wouldn't mind that, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
But if it's a bunch of dudes, hey, no, disrespect to anybody's taste, but if it's a bunch of dudes bringing it in, talking about where I put the strip pole?
That bag must have been crazy though.
Yeah. So okay, take us into like the let's get into the. You want to get into the top 5 now? You want to get into the top 5,
I mean,
Chris?
Yeah.
No, wait.
whatever, man.
Before, am I going? Can I talk about music anymore, or do I?
Let's finish
it all, man. Let's know it all, brother.
Let's finish the interview, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. So you was talking. I want to hear what's going on, man. We really want.
Okay, I got to talk about a little bit more about music. So the last couple things I want to say about music. Okay, yeah, I'll talk a little bit. So, on the music tip, so I got the project with fully produced by me with Bruce Kush. It's called Flamingo Bay Grotto Narco Gorillas. Not out yet, but it should be out in April, late April, early May.
Fully produced.
Fully produced by Shep. Pardon me, by a margin. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's I think we got 12 tracks, and I'm when I tell you it's the best creative output that I've had ever, I think it is. So dope, that's how I feel about it.
That's saying a lot. Yeah. In the next,
that is saying a lot.
This is dope. I'm not saying that to say that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
I'm not great. I'm just saying, like, I've been proud of certain things I've done in the past. Very proud of them.
Yeah.
Very proud of certain things I've done in the past. But this project, man, is the best thing I've ever worked on. It's my most solid work, in my opinion.
I can't wait.
So I look forward to that. So that when that drops in May, we got a guy we work with a lot, a partner, really a homie. Is this cat? You gotta learn about him if you haven't heard of him. His name is Big Chico, and he actually got his Twitter or his IG is Chico CheeCko Soul God. Dude is ill, man. He's an ill dude, and he could rap his ass off. He a big dude, but he like zen with it. Fresh, man. There you go. Chico's, yeah, and he's nice, man. So Chico and Bruce got a project that we're doing that we haven't really talked about much, but we're gonna be dropping a lot of music this year because Chico album Blackberry White come out first, then Flamingo Bay Grotto's Narco Gorillas gonna come out, and then the Bruce Kush Chico project come out after that. And we're not fucking around. We got some real nigga features. You know what I mean? We got some shit that's gonna be epic when it comes to like hip hop, as far as features. And then we got we just got some riding songs, man.
That's it.
Is the crew called anything? The crew got a name or anything, or just separate artists?
The collective or
we actually go with Fly Unique Nation. That's what we rocking with. You know what I mean? Fly Unique Niggas, Fly Unique Nation.
I like it.
Nah, y'all some fly. I be watching the IG. Y'all fly as fuck.
Yeah, he said that fly, that fin. Y'all got that fin now. That's hot. Like the fashion be right too though. Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? Even I'm talking about with your peoples, Bruce and them. But I wanted you to talk a little bit about too. You've always been that guy though. Like when we went to school, you was the extra flashy. I feel like it was definitely hard. It was hard to be not extra flashy, but again, you know the vibe as we talked about earlier. Family, what Q, he come from professional, so he's always been that guy. Polo down always, and it was nothing. It's not like he show out. It's just, but I feel like my point being,
California, if you live in California and Detroit, bro, and you ain't got flavor, what's wrong with you?
Something wrong with
you. Know what I mean? Something wrong with you. You can't put those two together. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's something wrong with you because niggas in Detroit was fly, and I just adapted to that shit. And
you had it though.
Huh?
You had it, man.
I learned so much though. I learned. I ain't have it like that. Detroit changed my life, bro. Completely changed my life. I've been a totally different person, man. You know what I mean? I might have been cool, but I've been a different person, bro. Like I was the number 2 BMX rider in my age group when I moved to Detroit. Because in Michigan, the competition level was so much different than the competition level in California. It was like it was like being in the NBA and going to play against JV players.
Right,
almost.
Right,
you know what I mean? So, but Michigan really changed my life because I was committed to that shit. But as soon as I found out the hoes wasn't fucking with bike riders, nigga, I said,
were done.
I'm about to.
That was the motivation.
I'm about to just play basketball.
Look, that's an interesting thing right there. What the women are interested in, niggas go to it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them things. Women interested. Okay, I'm gonna jump into this.
That's right. Niggas get fly. I mean, niggas get fly for a reason. You know what I mean? I mean, I like to.
Hey,
I like
that is the root of all evil. It's not money. It's not money. It's not. But you know what is the root of all evil? Because cats go get money. Dudes, we would be straight with a TV on the floor. You know what I mean? A futon and some food and some liquor and some, whatever. Yeah. But everything we do, flashy, all that we do for.
So talk about that. Talk about that. Because look, I go to you. I ain't really like a flashy dude, but I go to you because I like quality shit. Like I like shit that's gonna last for a long time, and I'm gonna look good in it. Because that's still. I'm in Detroit. I like to look good, but I got my own style. So let's jump into the top hip hop fashion. Top hip hop fashion. I've been drinking this thing, and I've been not drinking for a long time. I'm gonna start slurring and shit. But fashion,
slurring and shit. I'm about to start slurring.
Listen, I've been cleansing. So when I drink a little wine, I'm gonna start feeling it.
You feel it even more.
It's like fashion. I always go to you. What's them top hip hop fashion that you that jump out to you or might have inspired you in some way as you kind of go along the line? Because you run a company, you run a fashion line.
Yeah, I'll talk about the ones that I've been associating with most recently and think are most influential to me, are most groundbreaking. To me, the best people doing it right now, period, is Ami Leon Dore. Their code is shit. Everything they do, they just did a campaign around New York, like 90s nostalgia in a way, hip hop. Had Nas in that bitch. You know what I mean? Modeling their clothes. And the clothes remind me very much of like Low. It's like Polo, but upgraded for now. You know what I mean? Like modern Polo. And it's just it's like retro, very like you just feel the nostalgia off everything they do, from visuals to execution, color stories, the people they choose to market their stuff. It's just Ami Leon Dore is crazy, bro. It's the best shit ever.
How you say that?
Ami, like AIME, Leon, LEON, and Dore, DORE. Ami Leon Dore.
Gotta look that shit up.
Yeah, they shit cold as hell, man. And the guy who runs it, Teddy Santis, he's a very like culturally like knowledgeable and respecter of the culture, right? Like he's not some people there in the game and they're like take advantage, and he seems like a person who's really giving, coming from a very honest place. You know what I mean?
Right after he really got
not a vote.
He respect the culture, and that's what it's about. It ain't about it's that third. Do you really respect and love the culture?
Who else?
Right. After that, I'm gonna go into some newer brands. So these brands are like really pushing the envelope for me. One of them is designed by a Michigander, the homie Fish Scales, man. I mean Kobe. He's crazy. He with his designs, man. The name of his brand is Fishing for Scale. Fishing for Scale.
I like
that, man. Fishing for Scale is cold, bro. Dude is hard. His shit is cold, man. Watch him, man. Like he got his version of Buffs, right?
Of Buffs?
And he got his version of Buffs. They're cold. They cold too. Like they got like shark teeth around them. He's just very, very creative.
Wait a minute. So he got like the buffalo joints, but they got like the shark teeth.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Now his shit's cold, man. Check him out. I fuck with Kobe heavy. Okay. Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like a remember we were talking about rebelliousness and how it's like hot. Like his brand has a mixture of a rebel kind of like by any means necessary trap mind state, and also like an elevated design ethic. Like the design is elevated. Like it's not just regular. Nothing is regular with himself.
Right.
Huh? That's trap chic. Yeah, it's like trap chic.
I mean, throw that out there.
It's very trap chic.
You made a line, see? You done made a line, Chris, man. You know what I'm saying?
We about to start a whole. We over here starting. Yeah, we start trends around here. We do trap chic the whole nine, baby.
Trap
Come rock the pot. 31 forever.
What else on your what else on your table?
This other brand I fuck with. Recently been introduced to it, but I think it's super hard. Brand called Barriers, and it's run by this dude Barter on IG. Got put on to him by my homie Bar None. Fuck with Bar None. Bar None. If you don't follow Bar None and you like hip hop, you fucking up, bro. Straight up. My boy Bar None is thorough.
Right now.
And a lot of people don't know about Bar, man. Bar got is BARH or B None. He got an H on the end of his shit. But Bar None is nasty, bro. He's a beast, bro. You gotta watch. You gotta check out with him. But anyway, he put me on Barter, who runs Barriers, and Barriers has like this crazy, like super fucking crazy collection of. I guess it's almost like dictionary inspired like streetwear. Okay. So he's got like quotes from Black revolutionaries like Stokely Carmichael and shit, like on very nicely cropped hoodies. Yes. Like beautiful artwork that looks like it came out of a book from the 1970s. You know what I mean? He got Mandela hoodies, but they look, it's not like a Mandela hoodie that's cheap. It's like a Mandela hoodie that looks like a piece of art. You know what I mean? Yeah. He got crazy shit.
That's hot. I'm gonna check it out. Dope. You don't have me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, Barriers is tough, man. I highly recommend everybody checking out Barriers if they can, for real. And most of these are Black owned that I've talked about thus far, except with honestly, I do not believe.
What three? Go down to three real quick. You said
so Leon Dore. I don't believe that's Black owned. Teddy Sanders is cool though. Fishing for us is Black owned. Barriers is Black owned.
Bar None
is a Black man.
But he's not
he's a Black man.
He's a Black man. He said he's a Black man.
BAHR_none. Bar None.
NONE, right?
Underscore. Huh?
Is it NON or NONE?
NONE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot,
who else? You got two more.
Two more, yeah. So two more. One is a brand out of they're actually out of Atlanta, and I think they're out of here at this point. They used to be low key and really great, but low key. But now they got. I mean, Virgil is wearing this man's clothes. You know what I mean? So he out of here at this point.
Oh, yeah, he out of here.
There's a brand called Beastroy.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
There's a brand called Beastroy. Yeah. Fuck with that brand, Beastroy. If you don't know about Beastroy, B like the letter B, Beastroy. Beastroy. Instead of destroy, Beastroy. That's the name of the brand. And it's a hard. They do some cold ass shit. They do some cold ass like designs. And the dude who runs it, Brick Owens, pretty cool dude, very driven and very talented, man. Out of Atlanta, he really created probably one of the most groundbreaking streetwear brands in America today. Beastroy is, and it's definitely all these brands are all hip hop influenced. You know what I mean? Yeah, in one way or another. Beastroy a little bit more. If you look at Beastroy, it's a little bit more like punk or more like hippie, but at the same time, it's hard. It's like you can clearly see that they like you could have seen the Far Side wearing Beast Destroy shit if it was.
I was gonna say, man,
out.
hip hop back in the days was that. Like we used to be wearing some of the craziest, you know. It was hot, but
like
you know
long arms on your clothes, long legs, like your legs are your pants too long for your shoes, like that type of shit. Like that shit is from
wide legs.
That's from the old era.
Yeah, that's sweet though. That's hot. That's definitely good to see some brands are doing that and elevating it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love to hear that. I'm about to definitely, my whole next few episodes, y'all gonna see the brands he just named. Like, do he got? If I can afford it, that is.
Nah, go fuck with all of those. Yeah, man. Grab a piece, grab something from one of those brands. Yeah. So, and then the last brand, I guess I'm gonna go with. It's hard to decide, but it's kind of like I would say either Palace or Brain Dead, and to me they're like the new Vans or the new.
Right.
Yeah, they're like the new Van cooler. Like they got all the product. They release sells out like crazy, but it's just around. Everywhere you go, it's like it's available, it's accessible, but it's also special because there's very limited quantity of the things they do release. And it's unique and it's stoner. It's just Brain Dead is a very cool company. But I like Palace because it's like I just like it better. I like Supreme, but I like Palace. It's just from a skate brand, the way they present is just so it's distinguished in a way. The way that logo is the logo is very the triangular logo is very like iconic. It gives you nostalgic vibes almost without being nostalgic. And they really are Palace. Yeah, because Freddie Gibbs always wearing Palace. The homie from West Side Bompton, my guy is crazy, man. Yeah. Worldwide Worthy. Y'all know about Jay Worthy?
We don't know none of that shit, man. We come to you for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talking.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying y'all. Everybody who even in our age group should know about Jay Worthy. Man, Jay Worthy he wears a lot of Palace. He wears a lot of Palace. But he's a crazy dude. This is Jay Worthy's profile. Grew up in Vancouver, moved to LA, became a Crip. Became a Blood.
You said it all wrong. When you said Bompton, I knew.
I fucked that up. Yeah. Became a Blood. Went back up to Vancouver. Got on his music hustle, and he got a group called fucking Drugs, London Drugs, and they're so hard, bro. The music is so nostalgic. The beat selection is crazy, and his flows remind you like Cube. I just really fuck with Jay Worthy, man. His profile is nuts, and to add to that, his sister is Grimes, the pop star who's married to Elon Musk.
Married to Elon Musk,
that's his damn sister.
Wow.
Okay.
So the homie is so, bro, he's a very interesting dude. He's a very interesting dude. He's connected up and down the chain. You'll see him in a picture with Kendrick, and then you'll see him in a picture with a real street nigga or a real street like a thug from New York. You know what I mean? He's very well connected. He'll be out with Elon Musk, and then he'll be drinking. He'll be pouring a foe. You know what I mean? Like he's diverse.
Right. I'm gonna listen to you because you put me on Mark Homney, and he's like one of my Mark Homney brothers. Like, so I know if you said it, you curate. Your curation is very well when it comes to hip hop, art, beats, the whole name. Yes, I didn't even know.
So Mark Homney, Rock, they my favorite. Y'all know about Rock
Marciano? Yeah, of course. Rock is incredible.
Yeah, Rock.
Shoes preach Rock.
Rock is incredible.
So that's who put me on that.
No doubt.
So what about
Mock and Rock Marcy are listen to.
What about you, Chris, man?
Y'all know about Z Loopers?
See, you throwing. I might have to
let's do it. Hey, yo.
I might have to go back through here and listen to all these names you saying, because you be in it so much that you be giving us a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch all.
It's like a boutique shop. It's like a boutique shop for music. It's like you gonna get something you ain't know.
Two more. Give it to us, man.
Go ahead. Keep it moving.
Two more. I'll do two more people.
As many as you want.
So I'm gonna do two more musical that I like. All right. So
please.
I say Z Loopers is crazy. Z Loopers. Everybody who from Detroit should know about Z Loopers. Dude from Detroit. He from Detroit. He in this new realm of rappers, kind of like Earl Sweatshirt like rappers.
Yes.
But he's like a Danny Brown kind of.
And Danny is
a prodigy. Yeah, and remember how weird and Danny Brown's flow was when you first heard it, right? Yeah. This dude Z-Loop is like that, but like on some Busta Rhymes, like it's just I don't know.
But his energy is like
he's wild.
Yeah,
it's his flow style. His flow style is completely unorthodox. His flow style is unorthodox as fuck, and I love it, bro. It's the best shit I've heard in a long time. Z-Loopers, and he from Detroit.
We might have to get Shep. Yo, what does it take? We might have to, based on the night, or even if we put it together ourselves, though, get a playlist going off the Margin of Freedom playlist. With
I like that idea right there. Because I like that 31 Forever playlist.
I'm here.
Everything you just named, I ain't even heard it, and I'm geek. Like, yo, I gotta hear that. Like it was the
go listen to Z-Loop.
Your passion.
Okay, the last one. Yeah, the last one, because Z-Loopers was the first, and then the last one is Pink Seafood and Fly Anakin, man.
Fly Anakin.
Pink Seafood, that Pink Seafood and Fly have a crazy Pink album seafood, together.
Like shrimp, they just dropped seafood, or like seafood, it's like
S-I. That's the album is called Fly Seafood, so it's FLYSIIFU.
Seafood like a ninja master,
and listen to it, bro. You're gonna listen to that album, you're gonna be like, damn, these niggas is like Tribe, like they so interesting, like as far as the way they play off each other. And the album they created is a complete. Is like a map.
You see me already? Hey, look,
the album
you being funny.
It's like a map.
He writing notes and shit. I saw you, man. I saw you right.
Hey man, man. Hey, stick to the podcast, man. Don't worry about what I be doing. I'm taking notes, dog. He right. And low key, that's real.
Hey, seriously though, Shep came by the house, man. We just stayed up late at night talking. And I ain't go front. I had my little notebook out while I was talking to Shep, because he be throwing books. He'll throw the art at you.
Cigars,
drinks. He got my brother drinking a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he brought the Japanese whiskey to the house and shit. So he be like bringing a vibe with him, and you can catch a lot of shit if you listening. You know, if you
you think you up on something, and then you be like, yo, like even me, I'm like, yo, I'm about to. Yeah, we're gonna get a bottle. I think me and him drunk some Glen or some scotch, and he might already had. And like, I'm about to fly around the corner. Nah, man, everything you needed, it was facilitated. Like, oh, I see he's streaming. Hopefully, we get Margin.
He come back.
But he had the scotch already. Like, okay, we ain't got. I'm like, well, let me at least get something to eat. I'm trying to facilitate. Like, he like, nah, we go around the corner to Roscoe's. We left the spot, walk to Roscoe's, got something to eat, enjoyed ourselves. Like, Shep, stay on the.
We did the same shit. We went to the liquor store and he brought some shit because I said my wife liked, real nice red wine and stuff. He bought a good one. You know what I'm saying? So Shep no certain vibe.
You're talking about you're again a curator.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, the things I enjoy. The hottest, newest. Yeah.
No doubt.
I like what about things with my friends? I like to learn things from my friends and share things with my friends, man. That's the best part about being friends.
You do, no doubt. You never
learn something. You learn some shit. I love it, man.
You ain't never been a funny dude. You never been a dude who holds things back or for like, That's gonna dull your shine by sharing with others.
What about
Always share your knowledge,
what
bro.
about your non-dressed ass, Chris? Which Steve Harvey suit?
Hey, wait a minute.
You gonna say Steve Harvey suits and TJ Maxx got this fucking outfit, man. This
Wait a minute,
let
man.
me stop.
Why you got on this? Why you got on? Is that a 7 Mile or a Smile shirt? Why he got on the shirt he got from his dentist? Oh, I'm sorry. What is
this Phil Simpson right here. This Phil Simpson.
Oh, my bad. No disrespect to Phil.
Artist in Detroit. See, I wore dope.
Educate me. Let me see that
I
hat.
knew I was with Shep.
That's a little nice XD hat.
I had to wear some dope shit. Chef on the podcast.
Hey, I'm just saying. You shoot at me, pew pew, shot, pew pew pew. I shoot back, baby.
XD cat.
How you gonna hate on the Super Saiyan?
Your son's fucking shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I gotta ask y'all on some Detroit shit. For real. I gotta ask y'all. Like, how y'all feel about the new Big Sean? Like the way he came back.
I love it. I love it. I love the to me personally, like the crew track. That joint was incredible. The beats, he represented hard. He did what he was supposed to do. He got some incredible songs on that joint. And then he also took little pieces of what was reminiscent to us and made it something new, like the way he used the soulful moaning joint, you know what I'm saying, etc. But I'm sorry, how you feel?
Yeah. I'm a huge Big Sean fan.
I
listen to all the shit as soon as it come out. You know what I'm saying? And I support it fully. Big Sean rep the city big time. And he do it in a fly ass way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a big Sean fan.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. I feel the same way, man. I feel he really represented. And Detroit One was one of my favorite mixtapes. You know what I mean? That I heard. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's up there with me. Like I got Cushion Orange Juice. That's probably my favorite mixtape of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and after Cushion Orange Juice, Detroit is in that group, bro.
Like Zen the Flower is like one of my favorite joints ever. Like who makes a song?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Sean, but Detroit, period. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna say this. Go ahead. But Detroit,
he's pushing positive energy. I fuck with the positive energy that he pushes out. And even his Nipsey salute record was like well done. You know what I mean? Deep reverence. I really like that shit.
Deep reverence is incredible. It's in steady rotation. So Sean is representing the city hard. He's humble. He doing what he's supposed to do. I can't ever front on that man personally. That's me. But yeah, Ease, why you cracking on me too? And you talking about the top 5. That's why I tried to skip the fashion, because I was about to be like, yo, Fat Farm, yo, Maurice Malone had the condom.
we ain't never catch up with Shep. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you mentioned that, because that's what I meant to comment on too, how hard it was for me personally, as you say, a grimy. Y'all know me to be in 31, and all these dudes is poloed down, and you know, I can't compete with that, fam. You know what I mean? Like these dudes is like super.
Still be hollering. You know, I know you're married now. Still be hollering at all them.
And everybody be hating on you, like, oh, 31, them cats rich. Oh, 31, they got money. And not me though. I'm the grimy dude at the end of the day. So it was like, but it was a beautiful thing though too. Because them, as you said, when I did want to get fresh,
I always fuck with your style. I never once thought.
Hey,
like,
you fuck with that Shoppers World style, man. That Shoppers World, he be a Shoppers World.
Hey, you know, his beard ain't real, right? You know, he can't grow a beard, man. He got alopecia only right here, bro. That's all hair he get from when his lady and them get their hair done.
That's funny, man. Funny.
I like them glasses too, bro.
By the way, my wife said, "Hey, man, she's great."
Yo,
nah, Easy's wife is cool as fuck, man.
Yeah,
I've never met your wife, but Easy's wife cool as hell.
Oh yeah, we can all get down. You know, my wife cool than the fan too, but she just like Easy, because Easy's wife cool. But I remember when she busted in the room with a look, she wasn't looking at me, but whoever she was looking at, I felt it. Like the room was like, shh. Ice just came across.
Look.
Oh, she's running the show now.
Everybody smoking. No, she don't run no show, but she everybody smoking weed up in the room. She gotta come and give her little. Oh, you got listen. She come down and say, "Oh, you guys smoking down here." It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? But she just wanted to let you know.
She want to let you know.
Oh, you
I
guys
know.
smoking down here. Like everybody can smell it. The kids and everybody else.
I don't know.
But it's all good.
I don't know why you fronting, Eve. I don't know why you
She
fronting.
gotta
She's
grow
from
up.
Chicago. She's from Chicago, so
Yeah, she like Shep. She moved around the world.
Oh, okay.
So
I
she
got
like Chicago, San Diego, Denver.
that was just one of the stops. What you saying?
You know, I used to always like women from somewhere else for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I love Detroit. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, I don't want nobody to notice the same shit that I done seen all my life. I was like, I was always interested in motherfuckers who knew different shit, you know. So,
Right.
I think that's where me and Shep connected too, because he just always had some different shit in line, you know. You can
they elevated. Like you said some things, man, that was powerful. Like honestly, Quinn, and I'm just handing flowers, but like y'all family was like one of the first, like I want to say almost Cosby level, where when I came, they were professionals, but just black professionals. You know, nice, carried them. So like E said, you wasn't just about to hang out with Q and we ain't check you out and see what you all about. Make sure you got some type of sense about you. That's influential. That's something that, you know, not a lot of people had or have, but yet as us, we saw that and we were like, wow. So everything you did, it's like, wow, that background was incredible, man. So I salute you for that. And then you stay humble though. You weren't like
he wasn't an asshole with it.
Yeah, he wasn't like a Cosby, but
you have one, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. He was never.
You didn't feel like you were the poor kid, whatever. You
I have my moments.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all of us. Yeah, we all a little spoiled. You know what it is.
Well, how your family doing now, man? They doing good? Everybody good? What he paused?
I think his
I was able to see them. Yeah, they're good. And they got man. They came and saw it. So I got to see him for the first time in like months and months and months, man. And I know a lot of people are going through that. You know what I mean? And it was it's crazy, man. Yeah, and but it was really nice to be able to see them, and they're doing well. And I was thinking about the fatherhood thing because you know I'm a late bloomer to the fatherhood game.
Like little one. Yes.
Talk about that. And I know y'all both have children who are, you know, entering into their almost adulthood now.
Oh man.
So I'm just like, yo, man. I look at you guys and I realize I knew you when you were not fathers, and to see how you guys, you know, are today, man. I really respect that. You know what I mean? I really respect that you guys are active in your children's lives. You know what I mean? You guys are married guys. You know what I mean? That shit is I respect that. I respect it and I highly value it, bro. It's honorable. You know what I mean? I fuck with it. So I look at you guys too, man, and I respect it.
No, real shit. When we sat down and talked, you was asking questions on it because you had your baby on the way. So I respect that.
Yeah, me and him. And when we talked, it was always we would talk about everything, but we would get into that level when he would really inquire. Like I know this for a fact, and Shep is that he's family oriented. We say good background, so when it's right, he's always wanted that and respected that from me. So you know what I mean. We've kicked it about that, and that's a beautiful thing.
No doubt. Yeah, so much love, man, on everything. How can people stay in touch, keep in touch? Because the crew is like this, like everybody is doing so many different things. Ian came by here Einstein, he came by here not too long ago, and we just hung out and just talked about shit. He got wonderful stuff going on in his life. You know, different people in 31 got good shit going on. So the thing is, you know, we gotta all stay connected in some way. How can people stay connected to you? I know through your IG and other things. You got that right on your thing there, but how can people stay connected?
I mean, that's really the best way right now. Martin Freedom, man. Hit me up, DM me, man. Like I'm pretty active on Instagram. And I be loving to talk. I would loving to talk to people, man. I talk to everybody I can, dog. I talk to you know what I mean. I talk to Shoes. I talk to you know what I mean. I talk to Kit, even though not on Instagram, but like I talk to everybody, man. And I'm down to chat. You know what I mean. I'm cool with that shit. One thing I did want to point out is that, yeah, man, Darnell, man, that boy did a record on one of my beats. It's pretty hard, man. I feel like we can
raw. Yeah, I'm pretty.
We can finish this record, man. I want to do it. So
yeah, that record
got to do that,
pretty
man.
Raw.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, Darnell, and people might not know, but if you don't know, Darnell is a part of Brain Trust. If you look up Brain Trust on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, whatever you listen to, Brain Trust, listen to that album. But Darnell, I mean, he jumped up there with that Brain Trust album in my mind. I was just listening to the songs. I was like, you know how you crew with people and you might not necessarily listen to the verses that much. You just listening to the song, you know. But then I just really dived into that album. Now I've been listening to a lot of Griselda, but I'm gonna be honest with you. When Spotify jumped up my top 5 albums, I was listening to Darnell and C Sparks, Brain Trust as much as I was listening to Griselda. That's crazy.
Damn.
That's
Brain Trust
this shit is knocking. So I gotta hear that with what y'all worked on. I gotta hear.
Yeah, he got his record about a girl he met in the strip club. I think that's the name of it. That's the one you heard.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and we gonna talk. Yeah. We can talk now, but I don't know if we should. But we need to talk. But it's it's fire. But I'm gonna tell my man D. Never mind. It's fire though. It's fire. Ain't no but.
We can make that one. We can make that one really, really click because I like the energy on it is right. It's a cool record. I fuck with the shit. I ain't
tread carefully because we live in a cancel culture. And I'm gonna leave that at that. But it's super duper hot. I love it. But imagine, all I'm gonna say is, what if you made bitches ain't shit right now? And it's not like bitches ain't shit, but if you drop that right now,
always gonna be me, man. I'm just saying, I'm not.
You just gotta be yourself. If you,
I'm not gonna disrespect.
You get beyond it. You know?
You know what I mean? But sometimes you be a bitch and sometimes you a hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's so real. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Somebody said to me about the podcast, like, be careful. You might not want to say this and that about this and that because people may get in their feeling. Well, all I'm saying is that is a touchy subject matter, but it's such a hot and realistic subject matter that we've all been through that handled correctly. It's a hot coal, man. So handled correctly, it could blow things open. And it's a hot song though. The beat.
The one thing go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying the beat was incredible. The song, the lyrics, everything he came from is incredible. Everything. All of that. Just be careful how you got to tell a story the right way. We saw Justice League when you told it the wrong way. It was like when you told it the right way. People were like, tell it the right way. Leave it at that.
It all for me. It comes from the heart.
Hold on.
It comes from the heart on shit. Like if your intentions, like I do shit. I do a lot of shit. I got a national shit that I'm working on right now for this broadcast. But I'm not I gotta be me. And if I can't be me, then that's, what I'm saying, that's going to fuck up everything. And you ain't paying me enough to not be me. So the thing is, I'm going to be me and I know my intention. I think anybody who listens to or listen to any of the shit that I do know the heart that I come from with it. And I got to be honest. I got to be honest on what I am. So when I look at Lil Nas X, I come with an honest answer on it. When I come with listening to something else, I'm going to come with an honest answer. I'm not going to do anything just because there's the agenda for the day, and I'm gonna jump on the agenda for the day, or else I'm gonna be fucked up.
I'm gonna cut you off, but you haven't heard it though, right? You ain't heard
I gotta listen to it. I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll have to get D or somebody on. I don't want to misrepresent it, but it's the subject matter is kind of like the subject matter is females who call you in the late night. It's like booty call our subject matter.
Yeah, they getting fucked. So what's the matter with that?
You know what I'm saying? But with that, in this culture that we in, you got to be careful. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying thoughts thrown in the air. And I'm saying, if you're going to talk about a stripper and certain things, late night hours, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Perception, my D. And you're right. No doubt. And it doesn't matter because you're gonna catch some slack one way or another. So I'm not knocking it. All I'm saying is we
I
all
gotta hear it, man. We don't even know.
you ain't heard it. So let's cancel.
We gotta play it on.
We'll get D on his own. Hey, look, D gonna get a solo episode. First, we got to get Brain Trust. Then we'll get D on a solo episode, and we'll discuss it. But
hey, so listen to this. People, subscribe to 31 Forever Podcast on YouTube. Go to the Legendary 31 on Facebook. Like that page,
yes,
and keep in touch because we go keep this going. This is love. This ain't really from anything else. Love, you know.
Let me cut you off, but the 31 podcast is like the number because I had issues getting in recently, and it's all a work in progress. But so the number 31, what is it? 31 Forever, the word, and then podcast. You put that in, you'll see everything we're doing, and then the Legendary 31 with the word 31. All one word. Go ahead, E. My bad.
No problem. Shep jumped out. It seemed like his he got that Boost mobile phone. He talking all them expensive brands.
I put the song out there. He probably was like, wait a minute.
Got that Metro or whatever, PC or whatever that phone is, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
So he jumped off, but at the same time, much respect to Shep, much respect to everything 31 doing. Anybody who want to be on the show, break down what the shit that they come from and what they're doing now. We'd love to have you. Reach out to me, reach out to Freak, you know, so we can keep it going. And any last words, Freak?
Yo, as E said, continue to be more of the same. You know what I'm saying? We're here for the D, man. And I know it's a lot of 31. We've discussed this. Much respect to you, TD. Hope I didn't overstep the bounds. I just wanted the reporters put that out there. But the song is hot, though. The song is incredible. But anyway, and y'all gonna see soon, and that's what we here for. That's what I'm saying. Just like what we were saying with Q to curate hot people, so y'all can see what's going on in these streets, what was going on, what's hot. So you know what I mean. Tune in. It's only gonna go up from here.
Nah, subscribe. 31 Forever Podcast. 31 Forever Podcast on YouTube. The Legendary 31 on Facebook. Keep in touch with us. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna have somebody next week that we all know and love. So
we got a hot one. We're gonna y'all stay tuned. Hey yo, one more thing though. Quick thing. I just want to say one thing. How many times you wash that shirt because it's super tight? And two things is, yo, go blue, go blue. Put your green outfit on. What are you doing? You know you ain't no Michigan. I see. Trying to look like you got muscles. Give Cindy back her shirt. look, yo. But go blue. Congratulations to University of Michigan basketball and all they're doing, all our endeavors, baby. We ate and great. Let's get it. Go ahead. That's all I had to say.
I'm down with U of M. I'm down with U of M.
You rock with U of M?
I just recently spoke at one of their classes at U of M, man.
Guys, I got kicked off.
No, you are
okay.
Give your last shout outs and then we will end the show.
And I was saying go blue. Go blue. I don't know who's a Michigan fan or whatever fan, no disrespect. Oh, look, I don't like your face when I said that. No disrespect to State or Bama, but go ahead, man, and give your last
words, Shep. Last words.
All right, last words. Hey man, find out about Bruce Kush, man. This is the new shit. Bruce Kush, fucking Big Chico, Soul God, Mock Homie. Listen to all that shit.
Lee Sparks. No, I had to get my shameless plug. Lee Sparks, Brain Trust. No, go ahead though. But really, that Bimmer music, y'all better and look. It's called Bimmer music for a reason. Listen to it in a decent sound system. That's the mistake I personally made. Listen to it in a Beamer or a Vet, or let it bump. Let your sound system be, you know what I'm saying? Something
in the foreign, man. Hop in your foreign. You know we all got foreign.
Hop in your foreign. Yeah. Do about 120. No, but it's hot.
Love, what's up?
Oh, love, yeah, buddy. We'll see you very soon.
No doubt. I'm looking forward to
the mall.
We're gonna get to hear about this man.
Huh?
Damn, we get to hear about this man. That'd be great.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Peace out to everybody. Peace out.
All right.